Hello, this is Matthew Robert Payne, and this is Tolu Sarah Johnson, wherever she is, over there or over there. I'm not sure where she is. She's a lovely female who's got a lot of patience, and she runs this ship. She also is comforting God and
Oh,
redirecting heaven. And,
oh,
I
oh,
read
really?
a famous prophet who inspires people's posts, and he was saying he's really sad, and God met with him and really encouraged him, said a whole lot of great things to him, but God wasn't in any sort of mood to be doing that, and I realized
Exactly.
that what this prophet was writing was false. It sounded good, but it wasn't actually happening. And you'd know that if you watch these messages. So I welcome you here. Thank you, especially for the four people that follow us: Barry, Jeremy, Ronald, and Johannes. And I thank you. I always profusely thank you. Bless you, and I'll hand you over to Tolu.
Thank you, Matthew. Or just a point of correction, Matthew. You cannot say that somebody has not visited God because God visited you over conversations, even though you were sad. You had conversation with God. He was speaking with us for almost 2.5 years, even though you were sad. So you cannot just discard that person's conversation or testimony or experience. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for the correction. See how she corrects me? She's faithful and loving. She does it with love and humility. She doesn't make me sound as though I'm no good.
No, you are good, Matthew, and I understand where you're coming from. But I guess God was still functioning even in his depression. Just like a lot of parents do, they still function in their depression, but because they've got children to attend to, they still get up. But now we can get a better God, a God that is creative, a God that is happy, a God that can mix with his children. Yes, that's the God we want. But I would say that person will never knew that God was sad himself. You know, that did not reflect in his writings, isn't it?
No.
That God is sad, of course, yeah, because people don't know he is sad. So thank you. I welcome you, my darling treasure. How are you doing today? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Oh, I love you so much. And I welcome you, Jesus. I welcome you, Holy Spirit, and of course, my darling husband, Ben. I do welcome you as well. I love you a lot, lot. And I welcome you, Diana, June. Is it Diana? Yes, there is Diana. Diana, June, Daniel, and then the 10 crews that work with me. Sharon, well done. I was being a little bit naughty yesterday and I was told you were the one behind the naughtiness. So thank you. Thank you for propelling me to do things I'm not always comfortable to do. So I welcome you, Sharon, especially for that. And welcome Matthew's wives as well. I welcome Mama. We love you. We welcome you as well and welcome you, Bob. So it seems as if my welcome is getting longer and longer these days, but I just love to welcome people that I've developed relationship with as well. So Emmanuel, my son, I love you. So I welcome you and Michael, John, all the people I've not been able to mention, but you know I'm close to you. I welcome you all. So now, who are we speaking to today? Sorry, the inhabitants of earth and heaven, I welcome you. I couldn't forget you. And people that will be watching this later. So we will be speaking to this person that will be speaking to. I love speaking with him. I've spoken with him before. Matthew, guess.
Pope Francis.
No, we've spoken to Prof. Francis recently, isn't it? Didn't we? Yes, he really made me laugh a lot. Yeah. So we will be speaking to Steve Jobs.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. It requires wow. Yeah. So Does Steve Jobs needs an introduction of who he is? I assume a lot of people know who he is. So, but if you want to know who he is further, you can explore. But I don't think I need to introduce who he is. Matthew, or are you going to do some summary in
I'd
1 minute?
just say that Steve Jobs created Apple computers and the iPhone and iPads and all of the Apple products and founded the company of Apple. He also, when he was fired from Apple from being on the board, he went and created Pixar, which is now merged with Disney Pixar. And I read a book about Pixar and in Hollywood, it's almost impossible to get a hit. You can't predict getting a film that's a hit. They try and duplicate hits, but they can't do it. So it's almost impossible to get a best-selling film. They spend a fortune on them, but they mostly lose money on films. But Pixar Animation had 22 best-selling films in a row. So they've got a special program there of refining their cartoons and getting them better and better. So the genius behind that was Steve Jobs too. So it was not only a genius in Apple, he was a genius in animation. So Steve was a Buddhist and met Jesus in a vision just before he went to heaven.
1 minute, Matthew. Yeah, was it good to finish what you're saying before you went to heaven?
Yeah, so I read in the article that his sister wrote in the New York Times about how he was unconscious as he was dying for 3 days. Then he woke up one time and his sister said that he went, wow, 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 and then he passed away. So that sounds like he'd just come back from heaven. So yeah, now we who've been following this series here of interviews know that you don't have to be a Christian to go to heaven, but it sort of helped me believe he went to heaven beforehand. So Steve Jobs is here to talk to us, and Tolu is led by an alien force or an angel or multiple sources. We don't know who leads her in everything she does, but she's highly led by the Spirit of God. And so she's picked Steve Jobs today. So I hope it'll be good.
I hope it will be good as well. Thank you, Matthew. My God, you could stick to 1 minute. Can you? No way. Wow, we welcome you, Steve. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. It's like I'm getting given an hour and 8 hour and 6 minutes to speak at the Oscars, receiving a prize. Like it's like the biggest stage in the world. So I'm very humbled to
Oh,
go up into this stage and speak to the people of heaven and people listening on earth telepathically.
wow. I always love to speak to you, Steve. Have you noticed that?
No, Matthew doesn't remember, but I remember.
Yeah. The conversations we had last time was really good. So I think I've spoken to you maybe 2 or 3 times now, and each of the conversations I've usually enjoyed them. So fingers crossed. And Matthew, 1 hour 6 minutes. Alpha, are you sure it's gonna be 1 hour 6 minutes? What about if it is 1 hour and 20 minutes? So you were so sure of yourself there, isn't it? But thank you. We welcome you, Steve.
Yeah, you can be a bit of a joker, can't you, Tulu?
Yeah, I am a bit of joker. I like poking a lot. Yeah, so you understand, Matthew understand the message there, and I hope you do as well. So, where do we start? What do you think of the new heaven? Let's start from there.
Well, I like the inclusive heaven. You know,
Wow.
Matthew tends to focus on the witches and the atheists,
Yes, that is his
people that he
addiction.
loves. He
Yeah,
remembers Jesus saying in Revelation to the church of Laodicea,
yeah.
I'd rather you be hot or cold, but the lukewarm I'll vomit out of my mouth. And
My God.
most people know what hot is. That's when you get saved and you're just on fire for Jesus. And most Christians don't understand what lukewarm is, but that pretty much identifies most Christians. And the cold are absolutely far from God, which uh, is an atheist and a witch, and
Wow.
so that's why Matthew loves atheists and witches. But Buddhists are just people practicing Buddhism. Buddhism isn't a religion; it's a way of life, just like yoga or going to the gym. You practice certain things, and if you practice it well, it has results. So the Buddhist faith is just like being like Jesus. It's
Mm.
just being loving and considerate, kind and compassionate. So the Buddhists are really thriving in heaven. I just want to
Wow.
report to you that,
Wow.
and we really appreciate the messages and the interviews being done now, being a whole lot more inclusive. Since,
Absolutely.
since you wrote your book for us, and have been doing these inclusive messages and not filling the messages with scripture verses and being Christianese and speaking to Christians,
Mm.
but
Yeah,
speaking to us like we're just people of faith who believe in God and want to
absolutely.
advance in God and want to become a better person. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, Steve. I love that feedback as well because it's been challenging for me to switch from just hearing Christian teachings majority of my life to now thinking in an inclusive way. And I know Matthew struggled with that initially, but I think we've crossed that. We've crossed over now. We know that yes, heaven is different now, and heaven has to be inclusive. And what we've been quoting for so long has not worked. It's not worked for heaven. It's not worked for God. So it's time to have a U-turn. And that was interesting because when I read your biography, Steve, you walked out of Christianity at the age of 13 or 14 because you felt it was not working. How did you know that young? I know I've asked you this question before. I don't know what your response was, but it just dropped to my mind that you walked away from this religion early on in your life.
Well, Matthew quoted last week, uh, the difference between Buddhism and Christianity is Buddhists practice their faith
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Christians don't.
yeah,
And so uh, Buddhists put into practice the teachings and the suggestions of Buddha, and Christians don't in any way obey the teachings of Jesus Christ. And that's what sets us apart because although we don't know the teachings of Jesus Christ,
yeah.
if we go and look into them, which many people in heaven have read the books on the parables and the commandments since we've had this revival, it's very similar. But
Absolutely.
uh, so, uh, so I walked away because you know how you bang your head against the wall and you finally realize that it's just hurting your head. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter. Like, uh, as a 13-year-old, I wouldn't say that I'd had many arguments with people, but as you get older, you reach a state of not trying to convince anyone of anything because you certainly, Matthew worked it out that you certainly can't turn anyone's way of thinking around in a Facebook fight or a YouTube fight, post after post. You can't
mm,
change a person's opinions. And Matthew's only ever done it once on a thread of Facebook, turned people's opinions around and had them have a change of mind. But he invested 2 hours into the dialogue, and he made $200 out of the dialogue going back and forth. It was about should people pay for prophecy, and Matthew kept on commenting on this thread, and multiple people were, and six people from the thread actually came and ordered a $30 prophecy as a result
Wow.
of what Matthew
Wow.
had said. But it was something that Matthew really believed in. He had a lot of evidence, a lot of testimony to back up what he was saying. So he invested the time. But normally you can't convince a person. When you get to that stage in life that you find out people are sort of set in their ways,
You live them
uh,
to it.
you don't try and talk them around. And by the age of 13, I'd asked so many questions and got shut down so many times that I realized that the people preaching and teaching didn't want to change and weren't
Wow.
open to questions. That they were right. That verse says that they're right, and Christians they can't handle people asking questions, so I went elsewhere.
My God, you're such a rebel, Steve. You know that,
Well,
isn't it?
it's like a woman being raped by her husband because he thinks he's got the right as a husband to rape her. And it's like her either fighting back or just submitting to being raped every night. Uh,
Wow.
Many Christian wives do that. They just submit to being raped each night. Uh, and uh, and I didn't want to be raped. I didn't want to be raped by the Christian leaders and the Christians that were part of my life. I thought I'd go and have a virgin ass instead of copying it from all the Christians. To be really graphic about it, that's about how I felt about it.
I love the way you speak, Steve. I love it. Oh my God. Yes, you are right. You said a lot of pastors, Christian, were they're raped. What do you mean? Do you want to shed more light on that? So that people will know what you're saying.
They're so forceful about what they believe, like especially when you ask questions. They, if you ask the same question because you're hungry to get the answer to that question, you get
Yeah.
the same diatribe, you get the same logic, you get the same
Mm.
Bible verses. It's like they all learnt their mantra, their dogma from the same thing. And, that's why I feel really compassionate on atheists because atheists are just the best thinkers. The
Absolutely.
the God that the Christianity presents is a real tyrant. He's a real
Yeah,
unforgiving God that loves to pour out his wrath. And Christians take
absolutely.
on that personality that if a person doesn't repent, they can go to hell. And Christians really get excited about people going to hell. And
Absolutely. I agree.
that Matthew heard a preacher saying today, if you don't take God up on His free offer of salvation, well, you're a fool and you deserve to go to hell. And I
Ah,
was thinking, you don't even know the God you're talking about.
that's why I can't listen to them. Matthew's still patient. Matthew can sit down there and be listening to a kindergarten baby teaching him. Isn't that interesting?
He's seen the thumbnail and he's seen the title of the thing, and he only clicked on the video to write his comment. You don't even
Ah,
know, you don't even know the God you're talking about.
I love that. You don't. Oh my God, I've just stopped writing books. I would have loved to write a book about that. You don't even know the God you're talking about. That would be a good book for Christians, don't you think? But I can't be bothered to teach them anymore. They're
Well,
too
it's
obsessed.
like I say, you don't want to try and talk someone around who's set in their way.
No, there's no point. There is no point. I'm glad that my books are blessing people in heaven now, but I will not even bother to
What
write
did
for.
what did Jesus say a few days ago? He hates Christians.
Yeah. So what's the point? What's the point? Like indirectly, I have expressed that as well. I might have not been so direct to say I hate, but I've said I despise you. I've said so many things in these conversations that shows my state of mind towards them. And at the same time, I empathize with them because it's because they are lost. They've been there since they were, a lot of them are born into it. They are baptized. They've listened to these messages. They've been brainwashed. And then all of a sudden, you want them to turn back for what? But I was brainwashed for 24 years. So they are not different. But I decided to say, yes, I'm going to make a change. So they can change as well. If they cannot change, then they can rot in hell, because that's what they want other people to go to hell. They can rot in hell and see how beautiful hell is.
Yeah, they're just obstinate.
Too much.
They're stubborn.
Too much. I can't believe the level of disobedience, the level of boldness that they have, that they can come to heaven and challenge the God of heaven and earth on something that is not real, on love. You're challenging him on love. What is wrong in loving other people that are not Christians? That they are his children.
Yeah.
We are all his children.
But they've all become the older brother, which had a real problem with his brother coming back from the dead, coming back.
Well, they've always been like that since they were on earth.
He's sleeping with prostitutes. He's drinking alcohol. Yeah. What are you throwing a party for your, sinner son of yours? And the father mightn't have known he was sleeping with prostitutes. I sort of wonder how the brother knew. Like, did he have spies? But yeah, Matthew wonders how the brother knew.
Well, it's normal for the brother to know, because usually Christians, what they are good at is studying people. They study you for a while. They identify all your faults, all your failings, so that when they want to speak to you about salvation, they can point to those things. So they don't come blindly. They come empowered with all of their messages of how much you failed God, even though they are failing God every day by not loving. So I don't even want to worry about Christians today. Sorry. It's usually a waste of my time speaking about that. So did you ever regret walking out of Christianity to become a Buddhist?
Never.
Wow. And even while you were on earth.
I wouldn't join the Christians in heaven either. I like what you called yourself, a son of God. I identify as a son of God.
That's it.
A child of God.
Exactly. Whatever you want to call it. A child of God, a son of God, a daughter of God. That is it. Let's just simplify it that way. Because we all belong to the. I never knew that Buddhism is not a religion. I used to think it's a religion. But what you're saying is it's not even a religion, it's just a principle, it's a way of life.
Yeah.
So why do people present it as if it's a religion? Because I used to think it was.
That's what they believe it is.
Oh.
Like, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, but Christians don't live their way like that, and they don't live their life like that, and no one comes to the Father except through him, and they don't get to meet the Father anyway. They go to hell. So they believe Jesus is the way, truth, and the life, but they don't understand what they're saying. So many people believe Buddhism is a religion because they've been told it is.
Wow. At the beginning, Matthew was talking about your Pixar and Apple, iPhone, all of this MacBook that we use today, which is quite really beautiful. I love the way you make your product. It's the best. Actually, let me rephrase it. Do you know you're such a genius?
I've had people tell me.
You are. How are you able to make two things work extremely well? And they're still working even in your absence. Do you ever ponder on that in heaven?
I'm very happy. I was going to say I'm very proud of what I did on earth.
Mm, yeah,
But Christians are going to be hang up with the word proud. You can be proud of your accomplishments
absolutely.
and not being a prideful person. So I'm very proud of what I accomplished, but I'm not happy. I'm not happy being in heaven, knowing that how many people are like used like slaves in China to produce
Yeah,
Apple products. You know.
yeah, but I'm sure, were you aware of that when you were not? You might not,
No,
you might,
but I'm not happy with it now.
yeah, because you see that now, you're aware of that now,
But
which,
if you're going to bring change to that, like the Apple product would double in price.
well, because they want to make too much profit, isn't it? That's the
Well,
problem.
using American labor, like Western labor, instead of
Yeah.
using Chinese labor, would just be a fortune for Apple.
Wow. And people will not be willing to pay double the price.
No.
So I think it all boils down to price then. Why people always go to other countries to make stuff, even clothes. They make them next to nothing in China and Pakistan. I've heard of that two countries especially. So, or is it Pakistan? I think it is. Or it's not. I think it's Pakistan. Anywhere. You understand what they go to Africa as well to go and make those products because the labor are cheaper there. So it all boils down to money, but there will always be someone that will be paying the price.
The end price.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is sad, but that's life.
We don't have those problems because nothing costs anything in heaven. We're
No,
we're a proper socialist society here in heaven. We practice socialism.
that's beautiful, isn't it? You don't need to worry about all of those things in heaven. You can
We're,
just focus.
we're a bunch of communists here in heaven. Free education, free labor, free houses, free clothing, free everything. But we tax you. We ask you to surrender your life.
I love that. We ask you to obey the rules or you are out.
Yeah, people are obeying the rules now. People are happy in heaven now. They're really happy. Jobs are being changed, things are being done. There's so much progress. You haven't got enough time. You haven't got enough time in these interviews
No.
to fully answer and fully explain what's happening in heaven. It's like, it's so exciting.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's good to hear that from yourself, Steve. The
Yeah.
heaven is so exciting. How did you felt it? No, like seeing God yourself.
Yeah, he's wonderful. He's had a lot of interesting questions for me, and he's linked me up with Charlie Kirk. We were working with Charlie, but he brought Charlie into the room with me and 10 of
Oh,
my technicians, and we're talking about software and AI and doing certain things. And he's in really good spirits, you know. He's
oh,
thinking about tomorrow and uh, uh, fully implementing technology and IT and AI into heaven and fully growing heaven.
wow. That's the first time you're going to see him, isn't it? Face to face.
Yeah, I've been seeing him for months
Walking around.
now in heaven time.
Walking around.
Yeah.
Wow. What was it like having a conversation with him?
He knew everything about me.
Wow. Are you joking, Steve?
No, because I was important to him. I wasn't just a regular visitor. I wasn't just like a witch or an atheist that were just being compelled to go and meet God. And he'd done his research when he came to me. So he'd watched a film of my life. He'd watched everything I'd done in my life, and he'd studied me, and he'd been consulted by prophets and by the Holy Spirit, or Daniel, about my future, and so he was speaking and asking questions into that.
Wow. That's beautiful, isn't it?
And it's like, you want to do a deal with a company to make your product, or be a partner with your company to get a better market access. And rather than just talking to the salesman or an executive, you're talking to the CEO of that company that can make the decisions. So, meeting God was like meeting with another CEO. And in this time, God wanted to do improvements in heaven. And he was talking to me like the CEO of all the engineers and the
Wow.
technology. And he was talking to, can we do this? Can we do this? Can we do this? And
Wow.
had a lot of good ideas and a lot of good questions. And I've had a lot of good ideas, and Charlie Kirk and me have consulted. And now it's all about rolling this new revival out into, it totally transformed you totally transformed heaven when you wrote a book to say that all Buddhists, God loves all Buddhists, and they can have a conversation with God, and they
Mm.
don't have to become a Christian. They can just know God and love God and have a relationship with God. And
Yeah. Yeah.
by telling us that we didn't have to become a Christian
Yeah.
and conform to Christianity, but we
Yeah.
can still have a relationship with God, that took the whole pressure of not conforming. And we all
Mhm.
wanted to have a part of conforming, and we all wanted to meet God.
Wow.
So it's sort of, by telling us we don't have to, we all want to.
Wow. Do you know that's my approach of parenting, by the way? I try to give my children freedom into how they do a lot of things at home. But I notice because I've given them that freedom, they're well behaved. Because I'm not telling them you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do the, like a lot of parents are very, very, very difficult to deal with, that they have to give their children so many rules. I do have a parent like that I used to know all his children has got so many rules, but what happens? They do what he does not want them to do. They do that behind. And he knows, but there's nothing he can do about it. So I noticed that from my upbringing in a way, because my parents were not that strict. They gave me a level of freedom, but I thought I was able to manage that freedom really well. That I would try the same approach with my children, because I just don't want to give them lists of what they can do or they cannot do. Be a child, enjoy your child, will grow up, and then you have to do whatever it needs to be done as an adult. But it's worked for my children. So when I see parents say, "Oh, I don't allow my children to do this," I just find it strange because I know it does not work. So it's quite interesting what you're saying there, Steve, that the opposite, people now wants to know more about him because they relax, they can think straight,
Yeah,
no pressure.
it's happened across all the faiths.
Wow. Pressure is not good, isn't it?
The Muslims
Yeah.
are coming to recognize God the Father as Allah.
Wow. 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 That is huge.
All the faiths are drawn to God. And you were responsible. Well, we can say a partnership with you and Sharon and Daniel.
And we've tried so many other things, Steve. We've been on this for almost 3 years. And we've tried it. Almost everything we could try to get people closer to God. And they were getting nowhere, nowhere.
Do you know what God's been telling the people who've come back 2 or 3 times or 5 times,
Yeah, yeah,
really excited about God? How can I know more about you? They
yeah,
ask the
yeah,
question, where can I learn more about you? He just
yeah.
he just directs them to go and watch the videos or read God's last day's message to his children. So they're all returning to those books now.
Wow. And then they
And
can see
as,
God.
as they read that book, they hear 20 or 50 times the parables of Jesus, the commandments of Jesus. So they go
And then
and,
they go,
yeah. So it's
wow, wow,
all operating backwards. You thought you were teaching them when you weren't. It was like banging your head against the wall. You weren't doing it, but God's becoming your biggest salesman.
wow. I love that. God is becoming a bigger salesman. Yeah,
He's your
because
marketing manager.
it's my marketing manager. I love that because his creativity is coming back. It's
And he's read all your books now and had discussions with Ben about them all. So when someone's talking to him about an issue, he says, go and read this book. And he suggests one of your books.
I don't even know my books, Steve. I just know what I believe in, but what is in each of the books, I've forgotten totally. It's just wow, it's just like writing songs and I forget what song I've written 2 or 3 days ago. I've forgotten the title. That is interesting. I love that. My God. So the atmosphere in heaven is different now in a way.
Yeah.
Have you benefited from the change at all?
Yeah, I've got a lot more work to do.
You like working,
Yeah, I love work.
you like new challenge,
As,
isn't it?
as long as all the products are perfect and working well.
Yeah, you love that. Will you have loved to be in a heaven where you couldn't continue your creativity?
It would have stymied me,
Wow.
but I would have been like, uh, uh, Tiffany, stuck,
Yeah, stop.
stuck. Stagnation is terrible.
It is. I agree. And a lot of people were in that limbo for a while, stagnation, in that state. They couldn't move on. They don't know what to do because they needed to meet all these requirements of commandment, parables, knowing Jesus. That like it just put people off. Now looking back, I'm understanding why. Because Matthew and myself, our understanding was totally different. We thought everybody's Christian in heaven. Or you need to align to the Christian way of thinking. That was how we
That's all you knew.
yeah. But I'm glad God allowed us to bang, 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 bang for a long time. Because at least we grew into this new knowledge
Prove to
bit by
yourself,
bit.
you proved to yourself that the way that you thought to do things just wasn't the way. Tiffany was your first breakthrough.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
God's got a council of people that speak into
yeah,
his life, and I'm
yeah.
part of that council, and Tiffany's part of that council. And I just want to say personally, I've heard her address us and have ideas and speak in that council, and I just want to say to you personally, Matthew, you've never seen an image of Tiffany. You haven't been able to see her face in a vision. You can see her body, but you can't see her face.
Yes.
I just want to tell you that. Tiffany's one of the most extraordinary women of heaven, and she's
Wow.
very, very, very pretty, and she's got so much authority. She's got so much power. She's got so much love, kindness, compassion,
Oh,
so many good ideas. She's a
oh,
she's a force to be reckoned with.
that's
And
beautiful.
and if you are going to be in opposition or you're going to stop people from progressing,
Yeah.
she'd do some witchy witchy on you and you'd be crippled straight away.
Do you think I'm going to do that by now? Almost 3 years in, you should know me by now. If someone asks you that who is Tolu, what will you say?
Uh, who you
Steve,
asking?
Steve. After studying me for almost 3 years now, if someone asks you who am I, what will you tell them?
Just a softie. You're just a softie. Just how you're a softie with Matthew. You're not hard or harsh or you don't bring the stick with him. You just butter him up and listen to his sympathy, full of sympathy, and you accept all his excuses. And poor Matthew, yeah, you definitely, you're definitely a good leader for Matthew because he can do anything he likes, and you approve of it.
You think so? Ah, you're being nice, aren't you?
Yeah,
So,
I'm just painting a different picture. So I just wanted to share with Matthew that, Victoria, Delilah, and Tiffany, who are all on the council, they're all top class, extraordinary women. And as you've been writing the songs, Matthew, you've been thinking, I really only need one of these wives. Like they're all extraordinary. How are they attracted to me? Why do they want to share me? Because they're all extraordinary. And you've just
well,
been reminded that you yourself in heaven, in
you're
who you really
extraordinary.
are, is extraordinary, and they want part of you, even if they have to share you. And
Isn't that interesting, Steve? Like sometimes I'm trying to understand. Well, maybe because I'm not in heaven yet, it's very difficult for me to understand because I remember my dad saying a few days ago that asked my all of my 10 wives that do you want me to release you to go and marry just a husband of your own? And they all said no. I'm like, why? Why? Why do you want to share? But I don't understand the act of sharing. I still do not understand it. Do you notice that, Steve? I don't understand the act of sharing.
yeah, it's just another concept.
Yeah, it is another concept, but maybe when we are in heaven, I will understand why it is so. But for now, it's still concept I don't understand because I've never lived it on earth. So it's very difficult for me to understand that. Because that's beautiful to know that feedback on Tiffany, Delilah, and Victoria. Wow. I had a question for you, Steve, but I've forgotten now.
Well, you can
Yes.
ask the question if you've forgotten it.
Out of actually, do you think I've grown in these last 3 years?
No, not at all. That's a silly question. That didn't come from the Holy Spirit or any of your sources. That's your own insecurity asking that question.
No, it's not my insecurity. I just wanted to know that do you think I've grown from who I was day one and who am I now? It's not my insecurity at all. No,
You've become a lot more fascinating. You're asking better questions.
thank you. That's a good feedback. So my question is, out of all the changes that's happened in heaven so far, which one, which one have you loved the most?
Having the ability to have a face-to-face meeting with God.
Wow. Wow.
Because it's like I said, you can deal with another company and deal with one of the executives, the head of one of the
Yeah.
departments, but if
Yeah.
you want real change to happen and
Yeah.
they're going to be majorly used in your corporation, it would be best to meet the CEO that can make decisions on the spot. And uh,
Mm.
and so meeting God is like meeting the CEO of heaven. So you and him can sit down and decide something and totally change heaven after the meeting.
Wow. 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 And you don't need to go through layers of approval. You could speak to the big boss straight away and it's on.
And then roll it out.
Oh, wow. I love that.
So that's what I like. And the people that I know, my friends, the people that I know socially, and my friends here in heaven, my engineers, no matter what their faith, they're all giving a wonderful, glowing reports for everyone giving a testimony at the testimony uh,
Nice.
stadium meetings. For every person giving one, there's another 1,000 that could give ones just as good.
Wow.
Everyone's got a good testimony now.
Wow. That is so beautiful. Everyone has got a good testimony now.
Yeah.
Did you
It's
ever
like
meet?
uh, God and Jesus are so caught up on what's happening in heaven that they've almost forgotten about earth.
That's better. That's where we need to get to. Because if they keep thinking about earth that they cannot change, it will continue affecting their state of mind of changing heaven. Let's change heaven and let people come from earth and be readapted or whatever into heaven gradually. They need to just adjust. They will adjust. There will be that kind. There needs to be a training as people arrive, irrespective of your religion. There needs to be a training. Welcome to the new heaven. This is how we operate. Those kind of things that will help people
An
to
induction.
to adjust
It's
into
like you get
heaven.
when you go into a new company, they put you through a course to.
Yeah, yeah. So there needs to be something like that that rehabilitate, isn't it? That's it. That's the word.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Matthew? Rehabilitate people into heaven.
Rehabilitate.
Rehabilitate. Yeah, I knew there was something I was missing. Now rehabilitate
You're
people.
always missing things to learn.
I could care less into heaven.
You did I have sense of humor last time you talked to me?
Yes, you did. You did. That's why I say I enjoy speaking with you. But this is much, much more than last time. So that shows the state of your mind.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah. Yeah, I can sense that.
It's terrible to live in a world or live in an environment where you're not accepted unless you're a Christian.
Wow.
And that's how heaven was up until,
Wow.
you know, a few weeks ago in earth time, but
Wow.
like 6 months ago in heaven time. Like it was you're always a second class citizen.
Wow.
And the Christians let you know it. Christians in heaven were constantly trying to tell me to repent.
Are you joking?
No, they wanted to save me in heaven.
Save, that can't be true.
They were. They're trying to convert me into Christianity in heaven. They're like a dog with a bone, and you know, you try to be nice to them, and they just bring out their Bible verses.
In heaven?
I couldn't even have a friendship with a Christian in heaven.
Without them not talking about Bible?
If I had an engineer in the interview for the engineers that I was working with, I'd ask them if they're a Christian, and then if they said yes, I'd say I'm not suitable. And they said, why? Because you're a Christian. Because I know if I got close to an engineer, he'd try to convert me.
My God!
So they had to be gone.
My
They're,
God, what
they're,
is
they're,
the
they're
matter?
busy. They're busy trying to convert everyone.
What is the matter with Christians about this conversion? Conversion into what?
Well, it's the great delusion that was spoken about in Timothy.
Oh my God. A guy came to do my boiler needed water yesterday and I didn't know how to do it. So I called a plumber. And the guy, this is the second time he's coming to say, oh, how are you? It's been a while and everything. And then he said, I don't celebrate Christmas. What religion are you? I said, no, I don't have any religion. I don't have any religion. I'm like, Tolu, you're denying Christianity there and there. I said, no, 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 I don't have any religion. I don't celebrate Christmas either. Okay, so we understand each other. Oh my God, it's so messed up, messed up. Preaching in heaven, you're already in heaven.
The
Why don't you?
Christians, the Christians could not get it in their head why other faiths were allowed in there, and they thought they would make other faiths better if they converted them. They're constantly going around trying to preach to you.
I'm shocked. Did Jesus himself preach? When you meet Jesus, does he preach?
No, he just,
So why do his followers preach?
yeah, because they're brainwashed.
My God, the master is not preaching, but the followers are preaching. So in a way, all the work Jesus was trying to do with you guys, they keep destroying it with their preaching.
Yeah.
My God. The enemy within, they were the ones that did not make Jesus ought to be of good
So,
effect in
so
heaven.
10 times worse than the Pharisees.
My God.
I actually know more about Christianity than nearly any Christian in heaven. And Christianity, in its truth, is a very nice faith.
It is.
But I'll never become a Christian because I don't want to be put in that box.
No, no.
They're really rude and condescending, and they are obstinate and proud and arrogant and narrow-minded and stubborn. And it all comes back to a Bible verse. Like everything you say, they come up with a Bible verse to say you're wrong.
Wow. How
And
does
it's
a
no
book?
use me coming up with Buddha quotes. They don't accept anything Buddha says.
Because it doesn't align to what is in there. No, because it's not coming from the Bible.
It's not in their book.
Wow.
So
Please.
it wasn't worth my time to even associate with them.
So they just lose job. I'm sure they are hearing now the ones you send away. If they're still Christian that were in heaven, they'll be, oh, it was my religion that worked against me. So
I
you want
told
to?
them. I told them.
You told them,
I told them.
man.
I told them when they didn't get the job that the reason you didn't get the job is because you're a Christian.
I love you. You just put it out there. You
Yeah,
can't be bothered to patch things for them.
yeah.
Wow. Wow. They probably not like you, Steve, because you're too direct.
I don't care. Most of the ones that didn't get the job aren't in heaven anymore.
It is sad, but I am glad that because instead of them preaching to other people in heaven, they should have gone to find their father, their God, who is sad, sit with him, spend some quality time, show him love. They don't know him, they don't know the state he is, and they were
They,
preaching. So
they,
why are they preaching?
they couldn't get to see him because of your perverted system that was in place. But the ones that are not as bad as the Christians, but second to the Christians
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
convert people were the Muslims.
yeah. Oh,
Muslims,
Muslims don't want
Muslims
to
try and
convert you.
convert Muslims trying to convert you too.
I think we just need to get to have a heaven now that religion is invalid. It's not relevant anymore. Yeah, you could still understand your principles. You could still live from that principle of what you believe, but forget about you need to join Muslim, you need to join Christianity. It's all messed up, messed up. People just need to live their life and be a child of God. That's all we care about.
Yeah,
Matthew, why are you looking at the time?
yeah. Seeing how long we got, I've got to go to the toilet and then I'll make it.
Okay.
We'll
How
continue.
do how, no, you're not allowed to make coffee, please. Just go to the toilet and come back.
Not make a coffee.
So what are you making?
Well, okay.
Welcome back. So what was I saying? Yes, what I was trying to say there, Steve, is that yes, even though there were systems and processes put in place, they should still have walked through those rigid systems, focus on getting to know Jesus, getting to figure out God's state, how they can help him, rather than preaching around.
But see, here's the thing. Nancy Cohen said
Yeah.
only 10% of Christians are interested in pursuing intimacy with Jesus.
So what is
So
the point of bringing
only 10% of the Christians in heaven would comply to getting closer and closer to Jesus. So most of them were in realm one, and they had no interest in getting to realm seven. And so all they did was walk around preaching to everyone else. And
imagine
all
someone?
the Bible verses memorized, they were all still in their head. It didn't matter that we threw the Bible away.
My God. Steve, imagine someone currently in realm one, but because he's a Christian, he comes to you that is in realm six and come and preach to you. Does that really make any sense?
The, to be honest, because you've got so close to God, there's more revelation coming out. The Christians didn't really respect the realms.
Oh,
They didn't even believe in them. They thought they were God's people and they're in
mm,
heaven, and this because they didn't see people in the other realms, because they couldn't see it, they didn't really believe it.
wow, I got you. That's separation.
Most of them were confused because they had never met Abraham or David or Elijah or any of the prophets or biblical people. They were confused. They're confused that heaven wasn't like they'd been taught it was, like you discovered in Reframe Heaven. Everyone in heaven has read Reframe Heaven series of books. Everyone in heaven has read that. Um, And to Christians, it reads as a rebuke. To people of other faiths, it fills them with hope.
Oh,
So it's like Jesus' three parables of the coins, the lost coin, the lost sheep, and the prodigal son. To the prostitutes and the sinners, those three parables were hope. God saying, "You were lost, but now you're found, and I'm so happy." To the
yeah.
Pharisees, it was a slap across the face. You're the ones that were left behind, and the one that was lost is precious. And Jesus was saying, these prostitutes and sinners are the precious ones, and you aren't as precious. And so he brought the same stories, the same messages to the people who are desperate. It was a message of hope. To the obstinate and the self-righteous, it was a rebuke. Well, Your Reframe Heaven is a very helpful book, but it's a rebuke to Christians.
Mike, who would have thought that that would be a rebuke to Christians? I thought everyone in heaven already knows this. Matthew, we were writing it for people on earth. Isn't it, Matthew? That was our mindset.
They
That
don't
people,
know. They haven't met people in other realms. They don't see people in realm one. Don't see people in realm two, three, four, five, six, and seven. They
it's all
think
messed up.
they think heaven is that what they're experiencing in heaven is all there is.
Oh, that is interesting.
So
Oh, wow.
realm one is just like one step higher than paradise.
Oh my God. I got you now. It's making sense now. We've got clarity. How can someone living on earth be teaching you how your heaven is? It's all messed up. Messed up. Me and Marty, we're not in heaven. We're only like we're
Only,
extracted.
only seen reframe heaven in visions in Matthew's vision.
Yeah,
Matthew
yeah.
Matthew's seer gift.
How can that be? We were patching things up. This revelation, we patch it with this, we patch it, and we make it like an old message. But we got a lot of gaps in our knowledge. You guys are in heaven. We were writing it for people on the earth to have an idea of what heaven is like. Christians, oh my God. Well, they're no longer in heaven, so there's no point of us wasting our time on them. And if you want to come to heaven, you need to abide by the rules. And if you cannot abide by the rules, rot in hell. Because God is the one that's been rotting in hell all of this while. And
Well,
his time has come.
the 20% and the telepathic audience have left Christianity, so they're open to a rebuke. And, you know, there may be certain Christians in the telepathic audience. They've been listening long enough, they've got the message. And
Yeah.
so you don't have to worry about the Christians because the Christians aren't going to get their rapture.
Well, I'm not even worrying about them, Matthew. I've even forgotten telepathic exists. I'm speaking to people in heaven now.
Yeah.
And the ones, yeah, that you might be a Christian that is just arriving. And I'm speaking to you now. You're not special because you are a Christian. And God is not going to treat you any different from the way He's going to treat all of His children. You are like a child to Him, like others are. So if you want to stay in heaven, because this heaven now is changed, your God has woken up from slumber. He's been set free and is going to put his foot down. So you want to stay in heaven? Please stop preaching. We don't need your preaching. Please. I won't even want my children to step in church on earth. My children that are here on earth, they're not stepping into church. So why do we need to be preaching? What are you preaching? What message are you preaching? Do you even know God? No. Do you even know Jesus? No. So just keep your preaching to yourself and just abide by the rules if you want to stay. And if you want to go, bye-bye, see y'all later. So that's
So
it.
a whole lot just left then.
Ah,
A
Are
whole,
you?
whole lot of Christians you were just addressing were kicked out of heaven just then.
I was just warning them. My God,
But
heaven does.
they already had the thought, well, I'm not interested in heaven.
Well, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.
Well, they're gone now, they can't hear.
No, heaven is for God and all of his children now. And all of his children is there's no religion attached to it. We are all his children. So see you guys. Well, if you're listening now, see, bye bye. Don't come back. Just stay there. So thank you, Steve. Wow, I've enjoyed speaking with you, Steve.
You can invite me back.
Yes, I would definitely invite you back. It's really been fun. You made me laugh a lot. I love that.
Yeah, I'm in a funny mood today.
Yeah, it's good to see that you're in funny mode. Thank you. It
I'm
was
just so
really good.
happy. You know,
Oh,
if you stop enforcing something and you take it away, so
yeah.
we're not enforcing it now. Just come and meet God, get to know Him,
Yes.
do whatever you want to do. So many people say they meet God a couple of times and say, actually, I might start reading my Bible. This God
Oh,
seems like a really nice God, and I might start re-listening to that God's Last Days message, and that book's mentioned, I'll go and read that book. That book's mentioned, I'll go and read that book. So as Matthew's quoting books in God's Last Days message, people are actually going and getting the book and reading it.
wow, wow. That's so beautiful. That is so beautiful. I can't believe what has happened in everywhere. I'm so glad. I'm so glad with the changes because me and Matthew didn't have this understanding, isn't it, Matthew? We were just, and it's good that we are outsiders because if we were inside heaven and we can see everything that was happening, we might be discouraged. So
There's no
it's,
might about it.
hmm?
There's no might about it. You would have been depressed.
I love that. It's no mind. So let me rephrase. We will have been discouraged and we'll have stopped doing this. It makes so much sense now because Steve, I used to wonder that why does God need me and Matthew to do this job for it? People can do that in heaven. They understand heaven so much better than we do. But it makes so much sense now. It makes so much sense. Whoever gave God this idea, it was the best idea. Whoever brought up this idea to God that send two or three of your children to earth, let them grow up, suffer, and then put them in situation they had no choice, and let them do this, and then bring them back home.
Daniel and Emmanuel.
Manuel, so you pick your mom to come and do this? Oh, thank you, son. Wow.
He could do Daniel's job, right?
I know.
But he's Daniel's friend. They're doing the
Yeah.
job together.
Oh, my God. Matthew, so Emmanuel gave us this task, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Emmanuel, we are looking unto you for you guys to release us as when due. As when due, we want to be released. Thank you, Steve. Has anyone got a question for Steve, Matthew? Briefly, just one question from the earth, one question from heaven.
Virginia, not
Mm.
Cynthia, Virginia says, Steve, are you having a good time with your sort of pseudo faith now, like half Buddhist, half child of God? Are you happy? Do you feel peace? And and I really peaceful, and the whole environment of heaven has
Wow.
got something called glory. It's got
Wow.
like you're just in the presence of happiness and peace. I suppose it could be around the dinner table at Christmas when everyone's happy and joyful, or someone's birthday. You can go into a room where everyone's happy and feel joyful and be caught up in the happiness and the joyfulness of it. Well, uh, I don't know if you're a Christian. Are you Christian? Yeah, I am a Christian on earth, and I felt the peace of God before. I just wondered, do you feel that? He said, yeah, it's all over heaven, and so it's wonderful. But as for my mindset, how I actually feel, I'm very peaceful. I'm very hopeful now. Uh, I, Heaven was stymied. It was stalled. It was stagnated. And now there's more possibilities and things are happening, and I'm really happy. And certainly, I'm certainly happy that Matthew and Tolu are involved in this. And I know you're listening from Earth, and it could have been scary with those Christians being ejected from heaven, but you know, you know yourself. No use entering into an argument with a person who's stuck in their ways. Like if they're a Democrat, you're not going to talk them around.
Yeah,
You're going to talk them around through years and years of love and friendship and
absolutely.
acceptance and humility. Your love would talk them around, but not an argument, not trying to talk them around yourself. So, uh, yeah. So I hope that
Wow.
answered your question.
Wow. Wow. Thank you, Steve. Matthew, has anyone got a question in heaven? Just one question.
Peter asks, I had a lot of questions on earth with Jesus, and so I've got a question for you. Are your engineers and Charlie Kirk uh, working on if the Bible's corrupt and we don't understand the Bible, can we get can we get a book that includes all the principles of every faith that point towards
Mm,
God, all the truth in all the religions? Can we get a book that we can read and hold on to that has proven true over the years? That's a really good idea. And Charlie's listening to that. Perhaps we
mm,
can create something. Thanks for your question.
yeah. Yeah. Worry about in situations where what is in Buddha is what the parable says, but it's just been communicated differently. So there needs to be a lot of thinking that goes into that. Do you
Yeah.
still do you still repeat it in Buddha and repeat it in Christianity and repeat it in Muslim just to show that there is confirmation across all of the different books? But I leave that to Charlie and the guys to think about how they unify that together. But that's a big work to do. But Steve, we believe in you that you guys can use IT to turn anything around. So thank you, Steve. Really love speaking with you today, and hopefully we'll speak soon again.
Yeah, it's good to talk to you.
Thank you. Matthew, part two. I know you're thinking it's 1 minute left out of my time. I am doing my part two. So do you want to get a cup of tea before we start part two?
Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate being given the chance to do that.
Voice is not recognized.
So gracious. So how long is this going to last for? 20 minutes?
I don't know, just sit down and listen.
Okay, boss. I salute you.
Matthew, you listen well. Well done.
Okay.
Welcome back. So where are we starting from? Let me start from Emmanuel today. Emmanuel, you didn't know I was coming to you, don't you?
Yeah, that's a total surprise, Mummy.
It's always good to surprise you guys because you guys think you know how I walk. So sometimes it's good just to change the approach.
How is
So,
it to have a son that's thousands of years old
oh my God.
addressing you as Mummy?
Well, you can tell me that. How is it? How is it? Do I still add value to your life as
Yeah,
mommy?
you're darling. You're beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. That was a bit of a revelation for you today that Christians can't help themselves from trying to convert people.
I can't believe that was happening in heaven.
How many conversations into this is 500 or something?
A lot of conversations now.
And it took all that time to realize that Christians are in heaven trying to convert people.
I can't believe that. Converting into what? What are you converting into? The same heaven that you said they're not going to have access to because they didn't believe in Jesus. They already have access to it. So why do they need to believe in your Jesus? How does that change their situation? Why are you trying to convert them?
Christians believe no one's got the truth but them.
Truth of what? That's what I'm trying.
About Jesus, about the way to that the Christians doing this had never seen God,
Yeah,
didn't really connect really well with Jesus, and didn't have intimacy with Jesus. They
exactly.
still wanted to win people to their way of life.
It is like they're such a fool. Like what are you changing them into? A relationship you don't have yourself. Instead of them to focus on showing love to people and get closer to Jesus
Christians
like
don't,
John Lennon did,
Christians don't know
they're not
what
doing
love is.
that.
They don't know what
Um,
love is.
Emmanuel, the more I think about Christians, the more angry I get. So it's better for us just to change the topic because I can't stand them anymore. Jesus ate them, I hate them too. That's just it. And I don't hate all Christians. I hate the religious ones, the obstinate one that is not going to change. People like, what's his name again?
Billy Graham
Yes, those are the ones I hate.
and TB Joshua.
Yes, those are the ones I hate. TB Joshua was not even an expression of who God was. It was even worse than Billy Graham. So it can rot in hell as well. So, Emmanuel,
What do you want to know, Mum?
tell me something. Oh, how did you receive the song I wrote yesterday for Daddy and God? Have you listened to the song?
Which song? What was it called?
The first two songs that I wrote about to God, one to God, one to Daddy. Matthew, you already know. Have you slept too much to forget about the first two songs yesterday?
The sexual songs.
Huh?
The sexual songs.
I can't. Yeah, yeah.
The ones where
Yeah.
you're making love to God and you're
Oh,
making love
Matthew,
to
your
God.
voice is going in and out. Matthew, I can't hear you. Your voice is going in and out.
I don't know why.
Oh, yeah, you're back.
Yeah, so yeah, I heard those songs. They're fine, Mum.
They're fine by you.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Matthew's computer. Oh, so tell me something.
The Christians are so sure they're right
Yeah,
and they're so obstinate
yeah.
and they're so into God's wrath
Yeah.
for people who don't repent,
Yeah.
and they so refuse to obey Jesus, and they think they're right,
Mm.
so they're going to see God's wrath, and they're not going to see Jesus return until the end.
Wow.
So they better learn how to live by the leading of the Holy Spirit, because you'll really need him in the future.
My God. Thank you, son. You always bring secret out. My God. Wow, thank you. Man, that's deep, Matthew.
Yeah, he said it mainly for me.
Mainly for you, because you
Yeah.
are the one that is always crazy about them, you know?
Yeah.
No.
But
And
he
you,
does say to you that, Mum, whether you need Matthew to write songs from Ben and from God to you to start seeing visions, you're going to start seeing visions. You're going to start seeing pictures and memories and things that are happening between your husband and you in heaven. And whether that's through the songs that Matthew writes or you start seeing them in your mind, you're going to start to see what's really happening. You're going to start to see it. I can't say it's going to happen straight away, but you're going to begin to start to see it.
thank you, son. I love you.
Because you've reached a stage where you're strong enough. Do you know,
Oh,
taking this route of staying in touch with Dad
yeah,
and growing close to Dad and growing closer to him every
yeah,
day,
yeah,
it's a lot harder route. It would be a lot easier just to forget him and grieve and get
yeah,
over that and like stop talking to him, stop
yeah,
engaging with heaven. That's how people normally do it.
yeah.
But you're called to something better. You've got to interact with heaven every day.
Wow, thank you. I told Matthew yesterday, I messaged Matthew, I said, the act of going back to what happened between me and Ben and writing this into song is more harder because it's waking, because what I've done before is Emmanuel has shut all of them down. So I don't want to think about the past. I don't want to think about the relationship because that's the only best way I could cope. But going back to it now, it's really challenging. It makes me emotional. Like it makes me remember what I'm missing. Yeah, so it will be good just to see a little bit there and there. Thank you, son. I love you. My God. Let me now go to Ben. How are you, darling?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
So,
Happy?
did you read the lyrics of God's song to me?
Not yet. Because I don't do anything when I wake up, it is this first. So I'll read it after this conversation. Yeah. So maybe that's Matthew because you know that I didn't read it anyway. So
Matthew doesn't care who's speaking.
oh wow. Yeah. So we don't know who's speaking, but Ben, what do you think of my song yesterday to you?
Yeah, lovely.
You love it.
Yeah,
My God. You're
more,
really
more. You could open them up and show them what's happening.
Ben, you're so naughty. Naughty. Don't people believe that from you? Like
They
if
like to hear you testify.
oh well we'll
Women,
keep testifying.
certainly the women like to hear your side of the story.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. hopefully it helps more couples as well to be explorative. That's what I'm gonna say. So, what do you think of Steve's conversation?
Yeah, it was pretty good. You're getting into the nitty-gritty, weren't you?
That's the point of the conversation, isn't it? To get into the nitty gritty, to dive deep.
Yeah, it was good.
Matthew is tired, isn't it?
No, it's just Matthew can't remember what was talked about.
Oh, well, oh yeah, you're right. Because you say things so you don't know. But at least you can remember that Christians were still preaching to,
Yeah, you can remember
and
that.
you could remember that a lot of people didn't even have an understanding of heaven. They didn't understand what the realm
Yeah,
stands for because, like, that's sad. And they had to read our book that we wrote from earth about what heaven looks like. It's messed up, messed up. Yeah. And then you heard about the idea of me and you doing this was Emmanuel's idea.
yeah,
Yeah. So I'm reminding you some of the things that's been said. And Steve is so much happy now because there's no more rules. Like, you need to do this before you see God. And
yeah.
because of that, people are going back to the resources itself. Did you know that was going to work, Ben? That the idea of just allowing
No,
people just to,
that took me by surprise, but Emmanuel would have known.
yeah, man. Oh my God. I
That's
wish
why
I,
you're not told things, because if you're told things, you won't do it perfectly.
absolutely, absolutely. Just like you guys keep coming in through the back door, you know, you, I was telling Matthew that yesterday. I'm like, these people in heaven, they're so smart. They keep getting me from behind. So, yes, we wouldn't have done it if we knew that this wasn't producing any result at all. And if we knew that our books will even be read by people in heaven too, I'm so shocked by that, by reframing heaven. So we needed to reframe heaven for people living in heaven.
Yeah.
Did you ever think you would have lived in an heaven where you never saw God? Where you never had a proper real relationship with Him?
Well, I was fine with God, and I knew I'd see God, and I'd talk
Yeah,
to God about it. But
yeah.
I was quite shocked when I got here, and up until recently, he was very depressed. It was just making me so sad. I was running my hands through my hair. I pulled my hair, saying, "What can I do?" And I kept on praying for you that you'd find the answer.
Wow,
But here's the thing: God had to get to the end of himself, and you and
wow.
Matthew had to get to the end of yourself. It's
You're
only
right.
it's only when you're at the end of yourself
Wow.
that you had the capacity to write all those books and do all those things.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Try anything. You're desperate to do anything that might work. And you did
absolutely,
the first book in 10 songs before you knew it would work.
absolutely.
As you
And
started getting testimony that it was working, it got you more excited.
yeah,
And the
because the
whole
first
thing
one,
started because your father said, write fiction.
yeah, yeah. Thanks, Dad. Yeah, because he said that. It's given me two advices now that's really worked for me. So I'll keep listening to him. So Ben, sometimes if you need a messenger, might be the right one for you. Yes. So yeah, we never knew it wasn't working.
Well, you
And
had to come to the end of yourself, you know?
you're right. We needed to. I wrote 185 books for Christians, and that's the end. Sorry, I'm not writing for no Christian. Okay, I'm not telling you you are lost. I'm not telling you you are fools. I've done that. I've done my due. That's it, all done and dusted. Moving forward for the future is I'm writing to all God's children. And
Yeah,
that's it.
Matthew wrote 220 books for Christians, so it's like close to 400 books.
There for Christians. So that's it. We're done. Done. We've done our best. So now let's move on to the future. Thank you, Ben. I love you, darling. Keep doing the good work. Okay? And hope to see you one day. Now, moving to my darling treasure. How are you doing, darling?
I'm good. I wrote Ben's first song today.
I'm looking forward to seeing what is that.
Yeah.
At least it's going to give me tips as well.
Yeah,
I'm
well, Matthew thinks it's a good song, so
yeah.
when Matthew's written a song and gone through it 3 times, they generally are good songs, aren't they?
Yeah, because that's the rules now.
Yeah.
Go over it 3 times. And I'm sure he's seen the value of doing that because the quality of the songs he's sending me is really improved.
Yeah.
So yes, so I'm glad he's following the rules. Yeah. So how are you doing?
Yeah,
Isn't
I'm
it?
good. You know, Matthew was just thinking when you were talking to Ben,
Yeah.
he's ready for you to. He wasn't in a good mood. He was in a bad spirits in the last week. But when last time you talked to him, about it, if you do the outline of the chapters for Reframe Heaven Book 5, he's ready to like do the videos for like 10 or 20 videos for the
Who is speaking now? Is it
God.
Oh, okay. Oh, that Matthew is ready. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah,
Matthew is ready now.
Matthew's ready. So if you outlined what you want to cover in book 5, he's ready to do one video at a time to do reframe it, because there's a lot of updates that have changed, and now that you know that series is for the people of heaven, the people in realm 1 need to know what's happening. You know, people need to know the updates and the new things that are happening.
I'm thinking they know now, isn't it? They've all got access to you, God, and like I'm thinking they know now. It's different from how it is before. But we can always write it. There's no problem if they're going to learn 1 or 2 things there. But I'm thinking that heaven is well exposed now. People can hear the testimony now. They can go see God. So
Also,
information
if you
is.
don't need it, if you don't think it's necessary, you know, it's no use going to the effort. It's no use educating people on earth because they're obstinate.
Oh, you're right. You're right. There's no use. So hopefully they are getting the update from this conversation. We
Yeah.
don't need to write a specific book for them again. They are hearing themselves. The only thing is maybe when people arrive later on into heaven, maybe the book might be useful for them because every day you get more people arriving into heaven, isn't it? That's the only difference. So maybe that book can be useful in that sense. Yeah. We'll see. We'll think about it. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should invest time into that or invest my time into something else?
Invest your time into something else.
You rather prefer me to invest my time to songs than doing that?
Yeah, the books that you're normally writing.
Yeah. I'm going to write a book today. I've not written a book in a while, so today I am writing a book. I've missed writing book. I just love you, my darling. All this news I'm hearing about how happy you are just give me so much joy and energy to do more. Are you smiling or is Matthew that is smiling?
Matthew just saw you with long hair.
Oh, in heaven?
No, he doesn't know. He just saw you, an image of you with long hair.
Because he's never seen me with a long hair, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have not done that in a while. Wow. Why did he show Matthew that?
It's a mystery.
Well, I love you so much. So much. Do you know I love you?
Yeah.
That's good.
You've written a lot of songs about how you love me.
Do you enjoy listening to the songs and me expressing how much I love you?
Yeah, I do. I play them on repeat.
And the fact that this is Tolu that is transparent, the Tolu that didn't used to be transparent.
Yeah, it is really good.
I can't believe I could be this transparent. But I guess heaven does change you. So thank you. I love you, darling. And keep taking care of yourself. Keep going out. Keep mixing with your children. Don't stay indoor where you've got to think about earth. Forget about earth. Just focus on heaven. Make heaven work. Your children will come home and earth will be sorted out one day. But don't worry about that. So I love you. Daddy, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Are you sure you're good?
Just Matthew's tired.
Well, he needs to finish this so he should get himself together. You're good. Are you sure you're good? Or is it Matthew that is not good? Which one is not good? Matthew, allow my dad to speak. I'm not going to write your music for you today.
I'm just gone into a slump.
What happened? Why are you
I
singing? What
don't
made you?
know, probably the tiredness.
Well, just finish. I was bloody tired yesterday when I was still doing the music. So sit down.
So I'm good, darling. I'm good.
You've got an advice for me?
Write that book. What's the book about today? Matthew wants to know.
Is it Reframe Heaven?
What's that?
Is that they were talking about Reframe Heaven, the 5th book on Reframe Heaven. Are you saying I should write that, Daddy?
No, I'm saying, what's the book that you're going to write today?
Oh, what's the book I'm going to write today?
Yeah.
I'm in two minds at the moment. It's either I'm going to work on God and the Rejected, or I published my first book on the parable bus, written in a fiction, not in non-fiction like I've done before, like writing story around one of the parables. So it's going to be between those two.
They both seem interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of books. If you just Are you going to cover each parable in books, or are you just going to cover a few of them, the central one?
I'll just cover. I'll see how far I can go, but each parable will be the fiction. One book will just be about one parable. You
Right.
cannot mix them together,
Yeah.
because you're writing fictions now. So it's
Yeah.
unless if I'm going to approach it differently, which will be like what do you call it? Which this idea is just coming to me now, which will be the stranger teaching teaching each of the parables, like maybe the student asks about it something,
Yeah.
and then the stranger say, oh, I'm going to tell you this story that will explain your question at a deeper level. If I go through that approach, then I could combine more parables in a book, but if I'm just going to just talk on one parable and write it like in a fiction where it just be one parable, one book, but I'm not going to go through all 54.
Right.
No, I'm just going to go through the ones that I feel needs attention.
Well, that sounds like a good idea for you. David,
Yeah, but
break from the Stranger series, but you do what you like.
yeah, I'll do what I like. I need to think about it because I always love to think about the pros and cons of whichever way, which I can do that now. But after the conversation, I could do that. Yeah. So I love you, daddy, 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 daddy. I love you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dad.
Taylor says hello.
Oh, hello. How are you, Taylor?
Yeah, I'm really good.
Oh, is my dad making?
I vote for Stranger and God and the Rejected.
So you won the two, God and the Rejected. You
Yeah.
prefer God and the Rejected.
Yeah,
I should do the
I vote for that.
Okay. We'll do that. We'll do God and Rejected today then. Wow. Thank you, Taylor.
So many people have been rejected.
You're right. It's so many people in their lifetime. I have experienced rejection. Matthew's experienced rejection. It's quite common. So
Nearly
you're right.
everyone who lives has been rejected at some stage.
Absolutely, in one way or the other. So that could be a good message. So yes, I'll focus on God and the rejected today. Yeah. My God.
So it didn't come from your father, it came from me.
Yeah. My dad just said do whatever you want, but you say, okay, I want you to pick this one. Yeah. Does my dad take good care of you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
He gives good massages. Did he ever give you a massage?
How will my dad give me massage? Taylor, what are you thinking?
Well, you don't have to be naked to get a massage.
No, my dad can't give me massage. We're not doing that.
Yeah, he gives good massages.
Yeah, he could give massage to his wife, but it's not giving me massage. No, I will not even allow him to give me massage even as a 10-year-old child. Talk of how old I am now. No, daddy. Give your wife massage, but not for me. Yeah, but I love my dad. He does everything that you want him to do. So that's why I love him. So thank you, Taylor. It's good to hear that feedback. Daddy, I don't know you know how to give massage now. But it's good. Well done. You're doing well.
I went to a school here in heaven and I learned.
You went to school.
I went to a school of massage. And I've been massaging people for years up here. My friends, my male friends and different female friends, I'll give massages too.
My God, Dad, I'm surprised. You're doing so many things I'm not aware of.
Very good at things, surprise.
Yeah, surprise you because you love learning. So it's like you've just invested your time into different things that you've never done on Earth. That's the joy of being in heaven. But I will never learn massage because massage does take a lot of physical energy. I don't like whatever takes my physical energy. I love to use my brain, not my physical strength. You understand? So I'll do what will help me grow mentally. No, I couldn't do massage. My physio, who used to come and he said he couldn't work in an office. It's not for him, but he loves doing this physio, which is always like a mini massage for me, really, because he has to go deep into my muscles. And I'm thinking there's no way I could do this as a job. No way. No way. So we're different, maybe. But I love you. Keep massaging your wives, keep making them happy. Tiffany, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Did you like my song?
Your song.
The
Do you
song?
mean the one Matthew wrote for you?
Yeah.
I did, but it seems to say Matthew has stepped up since Ruth. So I think you deserve another song after Matthew has gone through all of these rounds of his wife. And it needs to come back to the ones he did before Ruth. Yeah. Do you think so? Do you agree with me?
Well, he did Ruth first, and then he did me.
You sure?
Yeah.
No, I think he did yours for. Well, I've forgotten it. I've out there. I'm back. Yeah, I've done so many songs now, Tiffany, that I need to go back to remember what your song was all about.
Oh, that's
But
all right. I thought that would be the case. That would be like Matthew trying to remember.
yeah, I think but Matthew did appreciate how you step up and
Yeah.
spoke.
Yeah.
You stood up about that. And I think you mentioned your beauty in the song.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you guys have a lot of fun, real fun together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what I can remember now from the song. I write so many songs and it's crazy, Tiffany.
Yeah, you're an addict, you know.
And what do you call me?
You're an addict now. Writing music addict.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're going to write a whole book in a day.
Yeah. Yeah. I will finish the book in a day. Yeah. It comes with having teams of people that are helping you and a lot of practice as well. Yeah. I've done it so many times now, Tiffany. You become good at what you do often.
You type it or speak it.
But Matthew, if you want to know, we can talk about this later. Don't speak through
Yeah.
Tiffany. Tiffany knows what I do. They're watching me from heaven. Tiffany, your husband is so smart. So smart. Always put words into the same smile.
Not so smart, he doesn't get it past you.
No, it doesn't. Most of the time, I'm able to go when he's the one interjecting into the conversation. But I love him anyway. I love him.
I love what Steve said about me today.
Oh yeah, that was good, isn't it? That was really good. It's good to get those feedbacks from guests. Are you close to Steve, or you're going to be close
Yeah,
to him
we
now?
we meet in the council, so we spend time together.
Oh, that's good. Wow, you're so precious to Matthew. You know that, Tiffany. You know Matthew really loves you.
Yeah, he really does. And I'm seeing in his songs that he gets prophetic images, he gets visions. Like with Patricia today, he didn't know what he was going to write.
Wow,
Right. He didn't know what he's going to write about it, just he didn't know much about her. So he just sat down and just started seeing visions. And as he wrote the lines of the song, he's seeing the visions of everything happening, you know?
wow,
So he created it as a prophet. He's prophetically writing songs.
that's beautiful.
They're all
That's
words of knowledge. They're visions and words of knowledge.
the good thing about God is just make yourself available, and God will do the rest.
Yeah.
But make yourself available.
I agree with Steve today that when it was taken away that you don't have to do it, it really encouraged my sisters. It really encouraged them that they all want to be daughters of God. They all want to have power and they all want to have responsibility and they all want to have authority and they all want to be close to the Jesus that kissed Mary Magdalene like that. And they all want to be close to God. And that it's just totally transformed. You know, half the witches spent time in hell and had to come back. Like they're so obstinate. But now they're really full on and they really love Jesus.
Imagine the witches are well behaved, but the Christians want to keep being obstinate. They want to stay in hell. It just shows the state of the man. They're really messed up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Tiffany. I wish maybe part of the visions I'll be seeing now is I'll see how I spend time with you, Tiffany, what we do together. I would love to see a glimpse of that.
Yeah.
So that would be beautiful. Thank you, Tiffany. Maybe I'm going to give Matthew a task to write songs about what I do with you guys in heaven.
Yeah.
Because because Matthew just needs to be given tasks. That's the best way to manage him. Give him something to do, then he'll do it. But if you leave it to his own
You've worked
initiative,
that out, have you?
yeah. Just give him tasks. He just needs to be allocated things. But if you leave it to him that he's going to write something, oh my God, you are joking. He's not going to write. He woke up Matthew woke up yesterday, and I have been working all day. I just switched maybe 30 minutes before we finished to start writing songs. And Matthew was like, have you done video? I'm like, because I'm a video woman, isn't it? That's the first thing you're supposed to ask me. Have I done video? And say, sorry. Yeah. So I'm teaching him for you guys. You guys, you owe me, Lord. All of you, you owe me. Because I'm teaching you all.
Well, any one of us, what's the name? Rachel was trained in massage, but any of us can give you a massage.
Yeah.
We'll give you hugs and kisses. And I used to be bisexual, but I'm definitely not going to do that for you. But yeah.
I
But
love you, Tiff.
me and Victoria will do another witchy spell on your mother-in-law if you want one.
Well, you can continue doing that. I'll leave that one to you guys. Wow. Thank you, Tiffany. I
So
love
how's
you.
that? Was good news. You said to Matthew yesterday that Gabriel got told that you're God's wife.
Yes. And Gabriel told me some things as well. Again, yes, I can't even say that live here. So I told Matthew yesterday that I got some information from Gabriel. Matthew was like, well, I'm like, I want to sleep now. We will talk about it in the morning. So I'm not saying it here.
After this meeting, yeah.
Yeah. I will send it out.
When he stops recording, you can tell him then.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Mm.
Well, of course, you will know that already, Tiffany. Yeah, so I love you. I love you. Victoria, I always want to say hello to you as well. How are you
Yeah,
doing?
Matthew really likes Ruth's song, but he really loves my song. He loves all the songs, but he really loves my song.
Yeah,
He,
your
he
song is
likes
really
he likes the idea of me jumping through the water in the beach, you know.
it's really beautiful. The lyrics came out really well.
And he meant the umbrella like stopping rain, but you made the umbrella like keeping people under your umbrella, like under your power, you know. And you reframed it better, like it made it sound better.
Yeah, Martin knows that he can send the lyrics and then I'll upscale it for you. Yeah, to look better. Yeah. Thank you,
I
Victoria.
really love you, Tulu.
Oh, thank you.
Just you don't even have to go through Matthew. Just if you got any need for someone to get spanked on earth, just reach out to me personally.
I will. Thank you, Victoria.
Yeah.
Hello, Mama. How are you doing?
Hi, Tulu. You're so good to Matthew. It's really interesting. He said that about that prophet on earth, and you think he did a false prophecy. It was really interesting, and he did that on video, and you came in and corrected it. That's a good overseer. That's good protocol that you did to be able to pull that back, and people realize that when Matthew might necessarily be right about this. So yeah, I really respect. Matthew's had a lot of yes men in his life, like that. Mary Gibson was a real yes man, and
Oh,
and they use the yes men to then come back and control. Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Wow. Mm-mm-mm-mm. My God. I wish I was a yes man, but I've never been that person. I've I've always just stand for what I believe. Matthew finds that strange, but he's gotten used to it now. But I'm sure he was surprised because if he's never gotten someone like me in his life, then that means all the people around him are for this supported whatever he does, even if it is wrong or right.
Yeah. You
So
know, he did a video about there's going to be no rapture but the second coming. And
yeah,
his whole four people that comment on these videos all watched that video and all commented saying yes, 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 yes.
wow, wow, wow. And
So
that's after.
after all these videos, they watched these videos, but Barry, Jeremy, Ronald, and Johannes, they all commented on the rapture video.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
Wow, wow. That's good. Matthew, you've grown in that. Oh, by the way, today is Megan's birthday. I just saw 4th of August. She's so Megan, if you're listening, Megan Markle, now Princess of Duchess, actually is Duchess of
Perfect.
Sussex. So
Sussex.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Happy
today
birthday,
is
Megan.
yeah, happy birthday. Because I'm August baby, so I'm able to remember Megan's birthday. Yeah, so happy birthday, Megan.
I appreciate that, Tolu.
Oh, you're
I
welcome.
appreciate you standing up for it. You know, we're really listening, and we know that you're concentrating on heaven, right? We know, but we still listen, and we still really enjoy everything you have to say.
Oh, thank you.
And we sort of like you pulling out the evangelist in Matthew and pulling that back a bit. We don't want to be evangelized. We just want to hear the truth.
Absolutely. And that's it. That's yeah, people just want to know the truth, and the decision is left to them. You can force them to do what they don't want to do.
Yeah. I really love you for loving me because I cop a lot of, sometimes I read something or see something and I just cry. I just break down
Oh,
and cry. Just people don't understand me. And I am
yeah.
a narcissist and I have got the Jezebel spirit. And I haven't just got the Jezebel spirit. The Jezebel spirit's like my Holy Spirit. Like I do everything she says. So,
Wow.
and she's a nasty bitch, right?
Wow.
I know all
Wow.
that about myself. It's not news to me. It's like telling Matthew that he's fat. He has people turn on him like his brother or a friend of his. He said, I'm not listening to your fat pig. That doesn't offend Matthew because he knows he's fat. They think that they're calling him names and making him, that's just identifying who they are, that they don't respect him, that he don't have any love for him. But the abuse doesn't mean anything. Calling me a narcissist or calling me a Jezebel or calling me a controlling bitch, that's who I am. That's the same for Hillary Clinton. Oh, look at Hillary Clinton. She almost became president.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's very driven woman, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. I just see you as someone that's very, very, let me use the right word, assertive, firm, bossy. But all those things I use for you, I've got you as well. So maybe that's why I align with you in a way, like in terms of how you do your things. The only thing is, of course, because you are in the public eye. So those things will be interpreted in multiple ways. But people that know you directly, they know who you are. So it's because you're such a strong woman. You don't want to take no nonsensical stuff from people. You just want to do what you want to do. And that's the problem. People don't like someone that knows what they want.
I wonder, Victoria, have you got the gift of discerning what's this curse that's on Megan that makes her fail at everything? Is there
Oh,
something standing that always makes her fail at all her projects? And Victoria says, I can't see that. And Tiffany can't see it either. We've wondered about that ourselves, and we're not able to see. It may take someone like Gabriel to do that. But we're praying for you, Megan, and we love you, and Matthew has got extremely high regard for you and Harry, more for you than for Harry, and
Absolutely.
so we
Yeah,
love you interjecting.
absolutely. And we know that God loves all of his children now. So it's none of my business to figure out or to judge you, Megan. I don't have the right to judge you. So God understands you so much more than I do. And he sees the complete Megan. And he sees why Megan is doing this or doing that. I don't know. It's just like meeting Matthew. A lot of Christians will have judged Matthew about how he lives his life, the decisions he's made, how reckless he can be with money, that we have to portion money for him weekly because when you send it all, it's gone. I can judge him. That why is this boy behave like a bloody 14-year-old child? But I've come to understand that it's none of my business. It's his journey. But when his business impact this, that's when he gets my judgment. If we're still doing this, no complaint, no tiredness, or tiredness is there, but we're still working, I'm fine. But when he comes, I'm tired, yes, you will get my judgment. And that's it. And people can give me different names, Megan. I don't care. All I care about is doing the job. And I'll get the job done. And I'll be off this planet. And that's it. So, Megan, at the right time, you will have your victory.
Yeah,
So
I'd love you to pray for me if you can.
I will pray
That,
for you.
that perhaps God in His mercy would counteract that curse that Matthew has discerned on my life.
Yeah,
So
it is a
perhaps
cause. I
no
agree.
matter what, no matter what I do, it just doesn't succeed.
Yeah, it is a cause. It is a cause. And I think that it might come from the fact that you and Harry walked away from something that they felt. You had it together. That why would you walk away from something like that? I'm suspecting that might be the source of your cause. It might not necessarily come from where you've walked away from. It might just be people outside of that that are just defending, fighting for
That's
the
right.
other part. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because people don't like someone that knows what they want and they stand. Myself and Ben, we experience a lot in our marriage. If not because of how close we were to God, we're not supposed to be together as husband and wife because they broke us. And that's just because we decided to walk away as well. We walked away from things that we knew. We decided to say, yes, we're going to live our life, but it came with a lot of challenges, ups and downs.
The challenge is still happening.
Yes, it's still happening. Yeah. It is still because they want us to bow down to their rules, and we're like, no, we are walking the path that God has orchestrated for us, that's planned for us. So it's been a painful journey for me as well. But if I was to choose, I would still choose this journey over and over again. So now it might look like everything is grim, but as time goes on, things are going to change.
I'm really
And you,
glad. I'm really glad there's only a private audience that listens to this.
absolutely.
No one listening to this is going to broadcast this information.
No,
Everyone's
no.
trusted, and your YouTube videos only get listened to by about 5 people. So I feel
Yeah.
really safe. And you were talking yesterday, or your wives were talking, that you're really safe, Matthew. Your mother said that you're safe. Um,
Yeah.
you are this the energy I get off you is even though you've had these prostitutes and you've had a sex addiction, that doesn't sound like someone who's safe, but I get nothing but love and compassion from you and understanding, and you've taken the time to really look at who I am and but prophetically, to use that Christian term, you've prophetically looked at me and you can understand who I am. And that's really
Yeah.
rare for someone who has no agenda, you've never had an agenda with us people, you know. Uh, you've got no agenda and you only want the best. And, you're even thinking in your mind of talking off screen to Tolu to give her friend Gabriel a project. Can you see if there's any curse on Meghan Markle and can you do something to remove it? You weren't saying it out loud, but you're thinking in your mind that you might do that because it's like an expertise that's beyond you, but you've never wanted anything from us, and you're just here every day doing it. It's just I just want you to know, Matthew, you're so rare. Everyone on this earth wants something. There's always
Absolutely.
conditions. There's always give and take, and you would get $1,000. You'd go without to lose money for a month. If $1,000 could remove this curse, you'd send $1,000 to Gabriel to get him to do it. And I know that you would, and that you've just got such a giving heart. I've been listening to your songs that you've been writing for your wife, and Tolu wonders Tolu wonders why 13 women would sign up to be your wife. Well, they're just exquisite songs, like they're just really amazing songs, and you've really got a lot of love in you, and yeah. I
Oh,
believe how
wow.
you said that Jesus told you that you're the darling of heaven. You're very, yeah, Tulu, Jesus said a prophet's not without honor except in his own hometown and his own family. And Tulu is your family. You're not,
Absolutely.
you're not, you're not honored like a prophet by Tulu because she knows everything. She knows all your bad stories and stuff. And so, your wives know you the supernatural Matthew.
Yeah, they do.
They don't know the one with all the faults. And they know all the faults, but they love you anyway.
They do. They do. And I'm always surprised, Megan. I'm like, they're seeing something different. They're not seeing this Humpty Dumpty I'm saying on earth. And now I'm leaning towards whatever they're seeing, I'm leaning towards that now. So I'm seeing Matthew differently through those lyrics and through those conversations with his wives. Going through those wives on Saturdays and Sundays is actually helping me to understand Matthew better. And Matthew might not know, but that conversation do help me to see the real Matthew, who is covered up by this Humpty Dumpty nature that you've got here. Yeah. So we love you, Megan. Wow. Jesus, how can I forget about you? How are you doing,
Oh,
Jesus?
people forget me all the time. They only come to me. They only come to me when they want something. People pay
Yeah.
more attention. People
Yeah.
pay more attention to their mailman than they pay to me.
Oh, that's sad. But it's the same people that are preaching your message.
They only Christians think they're like the new Jews, like God's chosen people.
Because they keep preaching your message, but they don't know you. What's the point?
They don't know that they don't know me.
My God.
They know an Antichrist.
So by now, Jesus, did you know that the people that really spoil the progress or that really impacted the fruit of what you were doing negatively were the Christians in heaven?
We didn't know that fully until we dealt with it. That's why that's why when you had the first ejection of Christians of heaven, when Ruth spoke through Ben, when June spoke through Ben,
Yeah.
that's when God came out of his prison and did cartwheels.
Wow.
He was
Wow.
so happy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then he went back into depression, but yeah, that was a clear sign, and Matthew saw that in a vision. So, Matthew,
Wow.
it's really interesting, isn't it? Isn't it interesting that Matthew sees really clear visions, right? He's pretty good at sight, but he can't see Victoria and Tiffany's and their faces. He can't see their faces. It's like
because you don't want him to see it.
it's hidden from him.
Yeah, you know, you do that all of those things to us, Jesus. You just keep using us, Jesus. Don't you? Hmm?
Yeah, I got my reasons.
I know you've got your reasons. And I trust your reasons. Absolutely, 100. As painful as it can sound or it can feel, I trust your reasons. Yeah. So I hope you're happy, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm not being bored. I'm enjoying myself, and I'm glad I
That's
haven't got a job to come back to.
that. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that's what with you, Jesus, on that. That job. Let other people do it for you now. You've done enough. So we love you, Jesus, and we'll always do.
See ya.
Bye. Holy Mary Magdalene saying hello to you as well.
Hello, precious Tolu. How are you?
I'm good. I love that. Precious Tolu. That's so good. Wow.
You're so special to us, you know, helping Dad like this. Like my my dad was infirm and on the floor, shivering in fetal position, in depression, and you came in and picked him up. Now he's walking around and he's happy. You did that. Makes me so happy. You got my father happy, which made Jesus happy, made Jesus happy enough to propose to me.
Yeah.
And the spells are coming off.
Yeah. They are. They are. Every time I hear about his state, it just makes me emotional again. It's like I'm watching it live as you were describing it. I can see the image in my mind. It's not a good image.
Yeah. And that God on the floor shivering in locked up with anxiety and depression,
Yeah.
he wants to pour his wrath out on the world. Such a joke, isn't it?
Yeah. Because he's getting back on his feet.
The wrath is getting poured out on him.
Yeah. Before, he was receiving all the wrong. And then Christians were in heaven preaching God, the God that is dying, locked up. They don't like practicing Christianity that they believe in. They just like preaching it.
Yeah.
Jesus says they don't want me as the master, but they want me as their savior. So they keep preaching this stupid savior type of prayer, which Jesus will save you. Jesus, has he saved you already before he saves another person? Are you saved? It just don't make sense. How can we be teaching you about heaven from earth?
They're under a delusion.
It's messed up. You're preaching this savior. Come to Jesus. He will save you. Has he saved you? So please, we need to ban preaching in heaven. No preaching.
Actually,
Preaching
if
it's an offense.
if you try and share the gospel and preach in heaven, the moment you do that from now on, you'll get sent to hell.
Absolutely. So bring it on. We don't want preaching no more.
And there was a whole chorus of people who said you can't do that.
Okay.
They're all going to hell right now.
Wow. Oh, I'm glad I spoke to you. I'm glad I spoke to you, Mary Magdalene. I love you. And Holy Spirit, I love you as well. And June, I love you both. Daniel, I love you as well. Thank you.
Radio, thank you everyone for listening.